Hey there, welcome back to JJ's Productions, and I've got a follow-up video. So around November 2020, I did a video on what I'm farming right now in the game. So it's about 4 months later, and I thought, let's have a little look at it. Let's just see how I'm getting on. Okay, so this is Korkie Crease. Now, in the last video, I did say that Korkie's main priority would be territory battle squads. And I would say I've hit that target, or at least I'm working towards it still. So we have got a Padme team that is usable, maybe not for territory battles in Lightside Geonosis, but it's still okay. I'm lacking C3PO really to make it a Lightside Geonosis team. Both Padme and Anakin are Relic 7. Kenobi is my next Relic 7 priority. Ahsoka, I'm not sure how far I'll take her, maybe just a Relic 5. And as I say, C3PO, he has become a slight priority. So I feel like my Padme team's okay. It's not like the mad urgency of maybe 6 months ago, but we're still doing all right. Now, alongside that, my Dooku hasn't come along that far since then. In fact, I don't think he's changed at all. If I have a look... Yeah, 278 speed. I'm pretty sure my Dooku's speed has dropped actually since then. But that is one of the consequences of building up a team, or building up several teams. You do have to give your mods about. So yeah, Dooku's probably lost out on this as we've upgraded, but I still recommend him as a toon. He's a load of fun. So GBA, we got him to gear 12. I did do the WAT mission with this Geonosian team. They're all gear 12 now. So I'm very happy with that. I feel like that was a very worthwhile farm. I'm also slowly building up my Separatist droids, so as you can see on the second line, we've got General Grievous and B1 Battle Droid at gear 12. They most definitely need to be higher. I'm aiming to get them to Relic as soon as I can. Anyone who's done General Grievous will know that this is an annoying piece of gear, just for the fact that you essentially need the same gear pieces for both, so you can't farm one and farm the other. You've got to just hope you can do them both at the same time. So yeah, it's a little bit frustrating doing Grievous. B1 I got to gear 12 the other day, so I've managed to farm that top left piece there. He also needs it down the bottom left. I don't think that'll take too long to get. Okay, probably need 20 of them as well, so yeah, B1 will probably take some time to get to Relic, but that is the priority. I want both of those at a minimum to be Reliced. So I've got targets still. As for the rest of what's on here, if I just go off power a second to just show my favourites right now, I do tend to use a large list of favourites. So B2 is still a priority. I want to get him to gear 12 and preferably Relics. Same with Magna down here. Droideka I want to get higher. He's just too low down there, so hopefully Droideka will pick up the pace soon. Then we've got Django over here. I've recently got him to gear 9 with the Zeta. Yeah, he's not the flashiest of toons, but hopefully do more in territory, GAC than he has done the last few rounds. As we just go along, I've today given Chief Chirper a Zeta. It is ridiculously early considering he's only gear 7, but I'm trying to get the Ewoks as quick as I can, so I think if I give him that Zeta now, it just means, right, that one's done. I don't have to worry about the Ewoks now. Moving on, I've got the clones listed on here. I'm not actually thinking about doing much with them at this very second. I will be working on them shortly, but I think it's a case of, even though I'm going to slowly work towards General Skywalker just because there's some natural progression there, I'm not in a mad rush to gear them. You know, I think, all right, I want to get my droids done first, I want to get my Ewoks done first, so the clones will be on that list, hence why they're still sitting here. I want to make sure I keep them in sight. Any spare gear I get, they go onto them, but otherwise they're sort of on the back burner. Okay, and then finally, just as little like tidbit farms down here, we've got the JKR farm. I thought, I haven't actually got a dedicated hard node farm right now, so I thought, all right, I'm still farming Wicket, as you can see, he's 58 out of 85. But I thought if I put Jolie and Big Z down, that's 2 hard node farms I can work towards as well. And then when Paplu's done, I can work on Mission and T3. So I might get JKR at the end of all this as well. So there's some positives here. I'm not necessarily making that a priority. You know, if I need hard no energy for gear, it'll go somewhere else. But in the meantime, I do like it where it is. So Korkie hasn't changed too much. You know, there's not too big a change of focus or anything, but I do believe that my gear levels have increased. My focus has remained pretty solid as far as where I started and where I am now. I'm curious where I'll be in 6 months though. I mean, I'm hoping that at the very least I've got a nice solid separatist team. I would like my droids to be nice and big by that point. Hopefully, maybe it's optimistic, but I'd like to think within 6 months time I could get C-3PO at least unlocked, if not 7-star. Hopefully maybe working on the clones. A lot of big asks there though, so I think the main one for me would be the droids. So keep an eye out in 6 months time. I do plan to do another follow-up video. So I'm going to go to my next account now, and we're just going to have a nosy see how I'm getting on there, because Crimson's the fun one. Okay, so we're on to Crimson, and Crimson's had quite a bit of progress in a lot of ways. Now, I remember back when I did the last video, the one thing I said is that I wanted to build up a First Order team. So I feel quite confident in saying I'm doing that. So if we go to First Order, you can see that it's definitely come along. I mean, I would love to do a side-by-side. I'll try and get a little shot from the previous video in this one. But yeah, back then I had got barely any shards, barely any gear, barely anything for the First Order. So I am actually very proud of how far I've come in this time. As you can see, I've got 2 Relic 7s for both the Kylos. I am starting work on General Hux after I finished Emperor Palpatine's Relic 7 yesterday. So hopefully Hux will only be maybe a week or so from Relic 5. We've got Sith Trooper, who is pending Relic 5. And my current gear farm is First Order Stormtrooper. So he could be a bit of a pain, I'll be honest. He seems to want all the good stuff. So he's just after 30 Cabantes, and he's just had another 150 amongst these pieces here. So Stormtrooper will probably take a while, but I don't mind that too much, because as you can see, we've got First Order Executioner, we've got Officer, and we've got TIE Pilot, all waiting on Gear 11. So even though those pieces are most likely going to involve Mark 6 stun guns and those types of finishers, I think to myself, at least they're quite close to Gear 12 and Relics. So it doesn't feel like it's going to take one big push to take them all over. It's going to be a nice gentle easing over the edge. So the ones that will hold me up most likely after that are obviously going to be Phasma and First Order Special Forces TIE Pilot. Plus there's Veton, who is just... he is 7-star, but he's just sort of chilling at Gear 8, I think. So once again, that may take a bit of time, but I'm not too worried about that. What is bothering me though is ships. So right now, Kylo Ren's command shuttle is holding me up badly. I need 6 shards to get a 6-star ship, which will allow me to then do the next tier of the event. But yeah, the next 100 shards will take a while, and I've got this sneaky feeling that by the time I've got all the shards for the finalizer, I'll have had all the characters ready for a while. So I don't mind that to a degree. I think to myself, if that's the case, then I can start farming supremely the Kylo's gear, and I can maybe just try and afford to invest in a few other characters that I've neglected. So I'm not too bothered about it. It's a little bit irritating from a squad arena point of view. I would like to get to SLKR as fast as possible so that I can start using him in arena. But as far as everything else, I feel like we're working okay. I mean, last time I was working on Malevolence, I'm currently 40 out of 100 for the 7-star. So I've come a long way. I feel like Crimson's made great strides since the last video. I think the key thing for me is just carrying on. I mean, we've got a Gear 12 Sith Triumvirate, which I love using in GA. GG's up at Relic 1. I think last time Thrawn was up at Relic 2. I didn't really push him that high. I got my Galactic Republic up to Relic, so baby steps on a lot of things, but I feel like it really did come along all in one go. So I'm quite pleased with Crimson. I think he's made great strides, and for me, the aim for the next 6 months, we want to get this bad boy unlocked. I want to get him up to scratch so he can compete in Squad Arena. I want to then just focus on building up a few of my smaller teams. So Imperial Troopers, I've been wanting to give them gear from day one. So I think that'll be my priority after SLKR's unlocked. But Yeah, we'll soon see how he actually comes along and how he looks when he's finished. You never know, I might need to farm something else just to give myself a competitive edge. But once again, 6 months down the line, we'll soon see where we are then. So, we've got Temmin to do now, so let's see how Temmin's getting on. Alright, so Temmin. I've got to say, my big pride of Temmin in all this time. Ray Jedi training. Now, I remembered, just as I was getting to the point of unlocking her, I was talking to Lord of the Darts. If you haven't seen him, check him on Twitch. He's a very interesting streamer, he knows his stuff. And I remember him saying, oh, Ray's not that good, you know, she's a bit outdated, you know, and she's not one of the best legendaries. And I had that in mind, you know, and you think, all right, is it really worth going for Relic 7? Should I rethink my plans a little bit? But I've got to say, I've really enjoyed having Ray. She's really been useful for just clearing that weird team in GAC. I mean, usually it's bounty hunters, but occasionally it can be first order or just something that before I might have used CLS for, or some other team that perhaps I can now save for something else. So Ray has definitely been a massive addition. What I will say though as well, we've now got Mon Mothma at Relic 5, we've got 3PO and Chewie at Relic 5. So we've got a nice big rebel boost. So I've been really enjoying that. We've got Vader to Relic 3 the other day, so that's another fine addition to the collection. As far as anything new, yeah, we've got R2 at Relic 7. Let's see, but both Mando and Greef are now at Relics. One day I will boost the Relic levels. Padme's at Gear 13. I won't say she's Relic because technically there isn't a Relic level. But yeah, she's pretty much where I want her, maybe a little bit more. The clones are now Gear 12. They were a lot less before. I think only Rex was Gear 12 before. We got BB-8 at Relic 1. We got Finn at Relic 1. So yeah. Just looking back at what I was saying then, I was talking about how I'd got a plan for Temmin. The first part of that plan was to get Ray Jedi training to Relic 7, so I've achieved that. The next part of the plan was to get gas. So if we look at what I do need for gas, I'm not too far away. I'm not near, but I'm not too far away. So my hold up right now is General Cabanti, or Kenobi even. Right now it's not even carbs he needs, it's stun cuffs. So I need 19 there, and I need another 50 for that, or for that piece there, plus 34 there. So it'll take me, I don't know, maybe the best part of a week to finish that gear level off. So I'm hoping General Kenobi will be done within the month. I'm hoping. I've got Anakin to Gear 12. I'm going to just leave him there for the time being. I do want to take him to Relics because obviously he's a great Relic, but right now my priority is just focusing on the actual gas tunes. So Ahsoka, she's only 2 off 12, so she'll be next after Kenobi. But after that, it's the droids, because 3PO's ready. Shaq, I believe, can do it at Gear 12, so I don't need to worry about her just yet. So as far as the Seppi droids, I've got Asajj to Relic 2, which I said at the time I might do, and I've actually enjoyed using her at Relic level. She's quite good against Geonosians at that tier. The droids will hold me up a bit like Korkie. Unfortunately, B1's only Gear 11 here, so Korkie's actually ahead on that front. Droideka, again, is lagging. I really need to focus on Droideka somewhere and sometime. B2, miles behind Korkie as well, and Magna miles behind Korkie. So, yeah, Korkie's got heads up on gas in some ways. Yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting thing to see. Will Korkie get there first, or will Temmin? Because Temmin's got the advantage of having 3PO. I think if Temmin hadn't got 3PO, I'd say Korkie was going to win the race quite easily. But right now it's just a simple case of, can Temmin gear these droids up faster than Korkie can gear the Ewoks up and then gear up 3PO? So quite an interesting thing to observe, but as things stand, I'm still putting my money on Temmin. But I think it just goes to show it's going to be a bit of a race. I mean, I'm hopeful within 6 months I'll be able to do this. I'm really hopeful within 3 months I'll be able to do this. But yeah, it just goes to show that we've still got steps along the way. One of those steps is Rebels. We need to get some Rebels built up for CLS. So I'm actually just going to the journey guide at the moment because it'd be much easier to show it there. So as far as JKL goes, I'm not doing too bad, but I'm not doing too good. So I've got two of the requirements beyond the requirements, you know, Chewbacca and CLS. Vader just hit the actual minimum at Relic 3. C-3PO is my current farm for Relic, so I'll get into Relic... Well, I'm going to take him to Relic 5 for JML, so he'll hit Relic 3 in the next day or two. But then the rest, they're lagging. Hoda's finally at the star requirement, so I can work on him. Then Wampa, Lando, Chan, Rolo. Rolo I've actually earned shards for this week with Hoth TB. I think I need 37 to 7 star, so hopefully one more Hoth TB will do it. But yeah, the trouble is I can't really focus on their gear because I need to gear the gas team. So it's very tricky actually balancing this one. My gut is actually saying, should I pause the gas farm temporarily to get these tunes done for when JKL comes back around? But on the flip side, I am also thinking to myself that the JKL event should go in the journey guide permanently around June. So there's that bit of me that thinks, yes, that's 4 months away, but by the time I get a gas done, I could then be actually ready for that. So there is a bit of weighing it up in my mind. My gut is saying stick with 501st. My mantra is do not abandon a farm midway through. So that is where I am right now. I mean, thankfully my ships are all ready. I haven't got to worry about anything there. But the characters are quite some way away here. However, the one shining light, when we go to JML at the end, I am actually not doing too bad on the prerequisites. I'm 9 out of 15, so I've got almost all of the top one done. Once 3PO's Relic 5, I will have actually done prerequisite 1. So I'm actually chuffed about that. I haven't actually done a prerequisite in full yet. Then this one here is only JKL holding it up. So again, I'm quite proud that all of that lot is done. It's just this final one that's not looking as great. I mean, Biggs is shining for me with his Relic 7, but yeah, Leia at Relic 3, Hermit Yoda at Relic 5, Wedge at Relic 3, and Lando at Relic 5. Yeah, a lot of crossover with the JKL event, as we know, but it doesn't make it look any nicer. But I'm not too concerned either. I think out of all the things I could be missing, 3PO needs 3 Relic levels. I've got all of these tunes on screen that are... Well, actually, bar Wedge, they're all favorited and they're all gear priorities after the droids. So I'm not actually concerned. It's just more a case of I'm just hopeful that I can get gas done quick enough. So it's going to be an interesting couple of months for Temmin. I'm hopeful that within 6 months I can get JML. I'm not going to put money on it. I wouldn't say it's a definite. But I would like to think within 6 months I've got a good shot of getting Jedi Master Luke Skywalker, especially at the current rate of growth I'm having. But it's going to be an interesting thing to see. I mean, I will point this out, by the way. I'm talking about gas, but I will not get a 7-star gas in that time. I'm 99% certain of that. Even though I've got 7 out of 10 requirements completed, even though I've got 4 out of my 5 ships done, I still need to work on Annie. I have not got the get. I have just finished doing my Wampa. He's now 7-star, so I'm now holding get for gas. So whilst that could give me plenty of time to get into 6-star, I don't see it being enough to get into 7-star in that time. So a little bit disappointing because I know that a 6-star gas is really nothing compared to a 7-star one, but we have to take the bites as we get them. So yeah, we'll see how we go. I mean, I wanted gas so he could go in a JML team. We will get him in a JML team. It's just that we may have to wait for a 7-star gas. But yeah, that's where Temmin is right now. And I feel like I've spoken enough in regards to my farms. I mean, we have got another account under my umbrella right now, the Bendu. I don't feel there's much to discuss there because really the things I go for there are mainly just wrapping up projects. So right now we're wrapping up a JML project there. And yeah, the other thing that I've got going on is some soft Sith Eternal Emperor farming. So yeah, that might sound exciting, but honestly, it's just farming little odd bits of gear here and there. There's nothing that big or exciting about that, so I don't really want to go into too much detail about that. But if you are interested, I stream on Twitch every time I do Grand Arena. So we are going to be doing, for instance, this Grand Arena on Thursday and Friday. We're going to do the attack phase Thursday afternoon and then Friday evening. So feel free to stop by. I'll leave my Twitch channel in the description. And yeah, that's all I've got to say on the map on this little story. But hopefully in 6 months' time, we've got something else to add to the chat, add to the list. So thanks for watching, folks, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.